Hello everyone, I am Himali Nalaude for News Bharati. The Josh among the entire Hindu community is on a high across the globe as we are moving a day closer to the consecration ceremony that is taking place on 22nd January at Ayodhya. Today we have with us Shefali Vaidya, who will be attending the grand ceremony. So Shefali ji, how does it feel to be a part of such a historic moment?
How does it feel? You know, it's extremely overwhelming to be a part of this whole movement. I'm sure that every Indian wishes, all 1.1 billion Indians wish that they could be in Ayodhya on this historic occasion, and I am one of the lucky people who are going to go there. And when the invitation came and when the people came home to give me the invite, I really didn't know what to say. For once, I was completely lost for words. I was completely emotional. I was completely overwhelmed because this is not an occasion that comes again and again. It is not even an occasion in my lifetime. It is an occasion that comes once in centuries, in millennia actually, that we are going to have a Ramlalla temple in Ayodhya and we are going to be able to pray there, and that is something I really thank my stars for. And I also accept the invitation with all humility, with all astha, and I think that it is a recognition of my little work that I'm doing, a squirrel share, and that has been recognized by Lord Sri Ram himself. As we all know that Sri Ram belongs to everybody and he recognizes everybody's contribution no matter how small it is, as we have seen in the story of the squirrel. So that is what I take it as. I take it as Sri Ram's Kripa Prasad. And how do you say in that song, in that Hindi song, Aajkal paँव ज़मीं पे नहीं पड़ते मेरे. I'm genuinely overwhelmed.
You just mentioned that Sri Ram belongs to everyone, and since Twitter is your arena, Sabke Ram is trending since a considerable period now. So what is your ideology behind Sabke Ram? Why do you think Ram belongs to everyone?
It is not just my ideology, it is just a fact that Ram to sabke hain, and that is, you don't need religious discourse, or you don't need a line from a scripture to be able to say this. Ram sabke hain, ye to Bharat mein sadiyon se chala aa raha hai. You ask anybody from a humble rickshaw driver who has put the picture of Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir on his rickshaw, or you ask a small mochi. I give my chappals to a gentleman near my house, and he has a picture of Sri Ram in his little shop. You know, he actually sits on a pavement, but he still has a picture of Sri Ram there. So Sri Ram does belong to everybody. We don't need social media trends to be able to see that, and Sri Ram has belonged to everybody, not today. This faith, this astha has been coming on for generations, for centuries. श्री राम सबके हैं. श्री राम शबरी के भी हैं, श्री राम अहिल्या के भी हैं, श्री राम लक्ष्मण जी के भी हैं, श्री राम सीता जी के भी हैं, श्री राम कौशल्या जी के भी हैं, और श्री राम हम सबके हैं, सबके राम.
So the next question is the opposition. The Ram Janmabhoomi Andolan has many layers, from emotional to political.
Yes.
So the opposition is portraying it in a way that this is BJP's political agenda considering the coming elections. What do you think about it?
Well, it was the BJP's political agenda. They have said it in their political manifesto before the 2019 election that they will do the Ram Mandir, and they are doing it. So I don't see what is wrong in it, first of all. Secondly, when we talk about, you're very right when you say that the Ram Mandir movement is not just religious, it is political, it is emotional, it is all things combined into one, and I don't see anything wrong in it. Today people are talking about saying that BJP has monopolized Ram Mandir celebration, Ram to sabke hain. ये वो लोग कह रहे हैं who 6 months ago said Ram didn't exist. They said Sri Ram was a completely imaginary character. They gave an affidavit in the court saying that Ram Setu doesn't exist because Sri Ram didn't exist. And now suddenly they are discovering Sri Ram and they are saying Sri Ram ji to hamare hain और BJP is trying to appropriate it. I find it really funny. Secondly, they are saying that BJP is making it a political issue. It already is a political issue. It has been a political issue for 500 years, and Hindus have never stopped giving up their claim to the place where Ramlalla was born, first of all. Secondly, when you talk about why is BJP reaping the benefits of it, BJP paid the price for it also, no? on 6th December 1992, which government was dismissed? That was Kalyan Singh Ji's government, the BJP government in UP. Okay, you can say that the Dhancha came down in UP, so there is at least some justification of the UP government being dismissed. You can argue. What about the BJP governments in Himachal Pradesh? What about the BJP governments in MP? What about the BJP governments in Rajasthan? सुंदरलाल पटवा जी ने, शांता कुमार जी ने और भैरव सिंह शेखावत जी ने क्या गुनाह किया था? वो तो थे नहीं अयोध्या में तब. Why were their governments illegally dismissed on 15 December 1992, giving this as an example just because they were BJP governments? So if the BJP has paid a political price for it and they have sacrificed their governments, their democratically elected governments, without even a second thought, so it is but natural that when the temple is finally getting to be built, the BJP will take mileage for it, especially when they have openly said in their political manifesto that they will do a Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir. You tell me another political party which has mentioned it in their political manifesto. So if I make a promise to somebody saying that I will do this and I get it done, obviously I am going to take credit for it. No, it's obvious. You will do it in your workplace also, the same thing, right? If you tell your boss that you're going to get something done and you get it done, then obviously you are going to claim credit for it. No, you are not going to say that, oh, I give this credit to somebody else. Why should you?
Okay. The opposition has, although questioned the political nature of the issue, they are also making politics out of it, but on different lines, such as we see quite negative remarks coming from the opposition, obviously, and there have been coming remarks like Ramlalla kisi ke baap ke thodi hai. Then there are remarks like Ram was non-vegetarian, so he belonged to the non-vegetarians particularly. So what is your reaction to such response to a moment of such cheer and happiness?
अभी तो 5 minutes ago I said राम तो सबके हैं, वही तो कह रहे हैं ना वो लोग भी, जब वो पूछ रहे हैं कि राम किसी के बाप के हैं. Only I am doing it in a more gentle, more polite, more beautiful language, and they are just doing it rudely. राम तो सबके हैं, that is obvious. रावण के भी तो राम थे, इसलिए when Ravan died also he died with the name of Shri Ram on his lips. So राम तो सबके हैं, that is a fact. Secondly, you're talking about taking political mileage out of it. I've already explained why the BJP is entitled to do that, why the BJP deserves to do that, first of all. अब ये जो controversies are being created about whether Ram was a non-vegetarian or whether Ram belongs to non-vegetarian communities or whatever, these are basically some petty third-rate politicians who want to gain mileage because they feel that they are out of news, so they want to say something basically to create a controversy. The point is not what Sri Ram ate when he lived. It is completely irrelevant. The point is, what are these guys eating in order to make outrageous statements like this? That is what you need to figure. So these are just stupid, mindless controversies trying to be created to derail the momentous event of 22nd January, which we are all looking forward to, and it's not going to work. If you can see the reaction to that statement of that politician that you're talking about, I am not even going to call him a politician, whoever. But if you see the reaction that his statement has caused, you will see that everybody has condemned him. Everybody. Even people who didn't have a political opinion so far, they have condemned his statement. Ram to sabke hain. It doesn't matter what Sri Ram ate or how Sri Ram lived, in what kind of house he lived, when he lived. It matters what is the astha of today's Indians towards Sri Ram and how we consider Sri Ram as the ideal of dharma. That is why we worship Sri Ram. He was the ideal son, he was the ideal husband, he was the ideal enemy, he was ideal everything. That is what Sri Ram means to us. So ये तो बस तब भी राक्षस थे, अब भी राक्षस हैं.
Right. And the last question for you is the historic moment of consecration is gaining momentum across the globe. It is receiving love from across the globe. So in future, what is going to be the global impact of this one incident?
It is the civilizational moment in the sun. It is basically our civilization reclaiming what it had, and it is going forward. And it is an event that is not just Indian in its scale, it is global, and it is going to have a far-reaching consequences even in the future. Already the world is looking up to India as a Vishwaguru. India is once again regaining its status and building a Ram temple like this and resolving a issue which was 500 years old so peacefully, so legally. It is something completely unheard of in the world, and that is something that the world should learn from us, and the world should actually encourage it. There is so much of conflict in the world everywhere right now. You can see it's happening in the Middle East, you can see it's happening in Russia and Ukraine or wherever. They should learn something from us about how to solve peacefully a dispute that is going on for 500 years, and a dispute that was deeply emotional for the majority of the people in this country. It's a wonderful thing, and I think the world can learn a lot from it.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.